with KM6 Alpha Bravo on the other side. 100 watts into the dual band trapped in-fed antenna. No power amplifier on, strictly off the battery at 100 watts, and my peaks are going all the way over to 100, so I know I'm pretty close to it right there. KM6AB, if you're there, here's KC6JLN.
I am here. Here is KM6AB running on the mighty Icom IC-7100. Kind of a mobile, but I'm running it remote with the transceiver, with the control head in my house and the guts of the radio in my garage into my offset center fed 8310 dipole thing using the optional Icom test mic. So there you go from KM6AB.
Okay. And not that this made any difference. I'm driving 65 watts out of the 480 into the SGC 500 cubed amp, which is strictly off the battery, and it's just tickling under about 450 watts. It's showing right there, 400, I would say, and that's where we're at. If that made any difference whatsoever, it should, but we'll have to go and see from that. And then, of course, I could go back to the 100 watts, but I think the power might have made a little bit difference. So there you go. KI7KX in the recording mode. KC6JLN.
Did a QSB today. And Sean, you were quite a bit stronger earlier, and you're kind of at a low spot right now, so who knows? I probably could have gone and plugged in the SGC amp, but I don't see the need. It is what it is. The comparisons at 100 watts will be fun to watch. And then I can hear what I've never heard what this rig sounds like really with this microphone here. So anyway, I've got some coffee brewing here so I can stay awake. So let me get over to that, and I'll hand it over to maybe Bob from KM6AB.
Okay, and now I've got the engine running, which is powering not only the radio, the 480, but it's throwing 13 volts into the SGC amp, which is not really, I don't think it makes that much difference. And I guarantee you will not notice a difference on your end because it's a 15, 20 watt difference, sideband difference, I think, on peaks. So right there, it's got the engine running. Without the engine running, the voltage goes down to about 11.9, 11.5. It fluctuates between 11.5, 11.9. Unkey, it's back up to like 12 volts. It likes to play around in the 11 volt range, and that's where we're at on that one. So anyway, beautiful day here, cool, and very nice outside there, and there we have it right there. Mike's going to go get a cup of joe as I take a sip of the last bit of mine that I have here from the coffee shop. KC6JLN on a brisk, cool, breezy day in the port of Los Angeles. KC6JLN. John, let me shut this thing off. I disconnected the battery. I only charge it. I don't have the engine. I don't know why I've always been to where like having the engine running, but I had to do a trial with it. And there's when Mike's at the home QTH, when the hex beam's up and running, it'll be I'm sure a noticeable difference from his wire antenna. I think he's got that same antenna I think he has as you do, the off-center fed my antennas. I believe I'm sure that's what he's using over there, but he modified it a little bit. I think he put a coil in it or something, but when it works, I mean, he gets on there pretty good. He's able to do 40. He made me a transformer for 40 meters that needed a minor adjustment. It just strictly does 40, and I didn't put that up yet. Boy, I'll comment again on the beautiful, I gotta bust out my binoculars here because the snow-capped, we've had this cold rain come in here, Sean, and it just blanketed the mountains that are about 100 miles away with the, oh my gosh, all the way down, I'm going to say probably 45, maybe 5,000 foot level. It just blanketed them. It's all white and it's beautiful down here. And especially when you got a bite to the air over here, makes it really nice. Haven't heard Van on there. I'm not sure sure if he's on playing radios today or not. KI7KX, but your signal was like S7, maybe 8 right in there, Sean. You came up to a 9 and went down and probably like a 7 or an 8 right in there, Sean. Back to you. Yeah, KC6JLN, standing outside the truck here and stretching my legs. And, you know, I think Icom is the big dog on this. I know the audio, Mike just got that 7100, and his audio, they set up the audio, him and another buddy set the audio up, and it sounds really good coming through this over here. Yeah, I would love to have, if the 7300 had a control head that was just the head of the radio, obviously they don't have anything like that, I would swap out, I think, this radio for that with the setup that I have, and the only reason I would not do that is because I like I don't like the VFO where you got to thumb through it and spin the dial. It's kind of a setup. If I could, like I mentioned before, that my setup comes real happy. I have somebody in the background going, hey, there's somebody here. I can flip to that person in a split second versus the spinning the VFO and zero beating them and going that Mickey Mouse route. I cannot stand doing that on the 7300, and that's my only quirk with it. I'm the only one that has that. So the 857 and this one, if you had used that, I'm hoping they come up with a software or a firmware update that allow you to use a multi-function knob that can scan through a 5kc, 2kc jump and spin that, just jump through it without spinning that dial. Yeah, it would make me happy. God, I love that. If you told me it cost me $100 right now to come up with that, I would do it in a heartbeat. So that's how much I can't stand spinning the VFO back and forth. Am I the only one that doesn't like that, Sean? Yeah, roger that. I think I'm just picky on that one. I'm used to it on my 590, the 857, this 480, and then when you get to 73, and sometimes I'm at home, and one of my buddies is saying, oh, there's somebody here, there's somebody on this spot. He kind of listens, and then on another radio, on another back channel we have, he'll say, oh, there's a signal coming through here, there's a guy calling CQ here. Well, by the time you VFO them and zero beat them, you know what I mean, it takes a while back and forth. It just makes it easier, I think, having that set up. But I'm the only one, I think, out of 47,265 7300 owners that's my only issue is that. So it's not a big enough deal to make or break anything. It's still, I think the 7300 obviously is a far superior radio than the 480. I've had them both compared to each other, and the receiving on the 480 is, when I put the 7300 in line, it was like, wow, what a difference as far as the signal. Where I'm getting a S5 weak signal, when I switch it to the 73, the guy's an S8, 9, and a stronger audio, and the filtering obviously just blows away the 480. So, both radios, nice radios, but if I had to reach for either one, I'd grab the 73, obviously, especially with the scope. You can definitely see the stuff going on. I was going to ask you, Sean, would you happen to know Nate Kilo Charlie 8 Romeo Bravo Romeo? Have you ever talked to him? He monitors this frequency. Yeah, roger that. And the other station that's in there, he was so weak I could not make him out what he was saying. And I did hear somebody come on right after I unkeyed. I heard somebody very weak in there that he was not audible on my end. So that's what you have right there. But that was the only thing I'd say on the 7300, John, was I wouldn't quirk or anything. I'd still put that as my number one radio. The 590 also, although when I had the 7300 on top of my 590, when I had them both switching back and forth between the two, the 590, the audio and the everything between both of them was better. The only thing that the 7300 had that would outdo the 590S was the filtering capability that I had on the 7300 was a lot better that I noticed over at my place. So those are strictly my comments. Other people might disagree or whatever. You know how that goes. KI7KX, KC6JLN. KC6JLN, you're an S7 signal with a 10/9 audio is how that goes. I would have to say, the only reason I would have to say I'm Kenwood because I was brought up. My dad always had it. He was the one that always, played with the clean he had Drake equipment and a Swan. I remember playing around with the Swan 350, and he had the Drake and everything, but I figured Kenwood, and I liked it. Everybody commented about the audio coming through on a Kenwood, and so I kind of steered towards that. But I like Yaesu also has a great one. The FTDX 3000, that's a great one of your radio. That 1000 was, yeah, you're not taking the backseat to anybody with that. And then you've got the Icom. When Icom came in there, especially with the price, my God, you can buy the 73 was inexpensive, and then they came out with that one that you've got now. That's the big dog right there. You take that one of yours right now and back it up with a little bit more horsepower, even a little bit. Boy, that's going to throw your signal way out there. We ever get it that move in that direction. It's the same like what I'm doing right now. And so far long as this thing behaves itself, I'm happy with it. I don't have any quirks with it, but. Anyhow, Sean, I'm going to pull the plug here today. I had some things, projects I wanted to finish doing. I got to run down to my garage. I had changed the oil in my car, which I'm happy I got that done. I was coming up. I run a synthetic oil, but I hate to. I was coming up on 2,500 miles on it. They say you can go 3,000 plus, but at 25, I'm like, yeah, that's all that's pushing it for me. And I always change my own oil, so I change oil in my car, and I get that out of the way, and so that made me happy. So there you have it. But I want to say 7-3, Sean, and go home and get a couple of things done here while it's dry and it's not raining. Hallelujah, we get a day of no rain. I had to deal with that yesterday. Poured down at work yesterday, which was I got all the rain gear on, but still it's I can do without it. KI7KX, KC6JLN. Yeah, roger that. And you're an S9, unpeated an S9 right there, Sean. Audio, everything sounds perfect. Sounds really good. If you ever feel the need to adjust or touch something, slap your hand and don't do anything. Sounds great over here. And thanks for the recording. Yeah, we'll check that out whenever you get that up tomorrow. Whenever you get it up, we'll throw an eyeball on that. I'm not sure what the schedule is tomorrow. I won't be here Friday, I can guarantee you that. Tomorrow we'll see what happens. I get a chance, I'll come up here again tomorrow and give it a shout out. And Mike said that he was had to go run and do some stuff there, and he has his afternoon coffee I think he has his afternoon coffee at like 1:31 or something. He has that, so that he has it like at a certain time, and very regimented, I believe. So there you have it, Sean, and thanks for everything. I'm going to get a few things done I can while we have some, it's getting cold up here too, breezy. We've got an Arctic something blowing through here that really gets kind of nippy. 7-3, Sean, great as always, and we'll pull the plug right here, and as I head down the hill, I'll throw the battery on the charger and put some juice back into it. And Mobile One, I use a high mileage Mobile One. I've got a 2000 ES300, the Lexus that, how many miles I got that thing? 130,000 almost. I think it's about 130. And I want to get every bit of 200 minimum out of it, so it's always had the synthetic. My truck here, I run conventional, and it's got 467,342 miles on it, but it's had the engine redone. I've rebuilt everything on it, so there you go. 7-3, Sean, great as always. Catch up to you later. If you hear from Van, tell him Bob says hi, and have a great afternoon. KC6JLN.